Thank you, Anna and Harry, for coming in today. Harry, has Mum told you a little bit about what's the reason for coming in?
Yeah, so I think we're going to talk about like how I go to bed and like what happens during the night.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about your sleep at the moment.
So I read a book and then I ask Mum or Dad to come and lie down with me.
Okay, so you need Mum or Dad there to be able to go to sleep. Okay. And what about during the night? What happens during the night?
So I wake up 3 or 4 times.
That must be pretty exhausting.
Yes.
Okay. And what happens when you wake up?
So I either call Mum or Dad to come into my bedroom or I go into their bed.
Okay. And what about in the morning? What happens in the morning?
Well, in the morning I'm tired because I've woken up and like it takes time for me to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
To get ready.
Absolutely. I can imagine if you're waking up 3 or 4 times during the night, you must be pretty exhausted the next morning. Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully today we can help you out with that and give you guys some strategies and a bit of a plan for what's going on with Harry's sleep so you can get some better sleep and feel better during the day. Okay. Anna.
Sounds great.
Anna, can you tell me a little bit? So Harry's given me a great rundown of what's going on with his sleep at the moment. Anything else that you'd like to add to it?
I guess, yes, that is the main problem, that he's asking for us to come into his bed to fall asleep, firstly at night, but even when he wakes up, he wants us there, or he just jumps into our bed. You know, sometimes we notice and take him back, and sometimes we don't, and he just wakes up in our bed.
Yeah, absolutely. And how long has that been going on for you guys?
Over 18 months.
Yeah, okay. It's a long time.
A long time.
Must be pretty exhausted.
Yes, we all are very tired.
Yeah. Okay. So can you tell me, Harry, a little bit more about your routine before you actually hop into bed? What does that look like in the evening?
So I have dinner at around 6:30. Then I brush my teeth, have a shower. Then I sometimes do homework, and then I read a book, and then I go to bed.
Okay, it sounds like a pretty good routine that you've got going on at the moment. What do you like reading in bed?
Well, I like reading chapter books and non-fiction books.
Fantastic. Sounds like you're a pretty good reader. Yeah, amazing. What time would you be hopping into bed to read? Do you know?
Well, I don't really notice.
It's okay, Mum.
About 8.
About 8 o'clock. Okay. And how long would it take you to go off to sleep? So once you've finished reading and Mum or Dad hops into bed, do you know how long it takes you to go off to sleep?
Maybe like 10 to 25 minutes.
Okay, so pretty reasonable amount of time. When it takes a little bit longer to get off to sleep, how does that make you feel?
Well, I get bored of just lying there and frustrated.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And what about once you go off to sleep? So you said you wake up a couple of times during the night. What happens when that occurs?
Yeah. He calls out, so he wakes up, and sometimes he asks questions. He feels worried or just a bit anxious, or sometimes he's still sleepy but still wants us there. So we need to come into his bedroom and lie down again.
And what happens if you guys leave before Harry falls back off to sleep, either at the beginning of the night or during the night?
Yeah, no, not good. He would start calling out or just jump out of bed and come behind us, like walking behind us. Yeah.